our lives, we've been told to go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and you'll be set. How's that working out for you? I'm TaVona Denise, physical therapist turned life and business coach, and I'm on a mission to help you create a life you love and a business on your terms. If you want more time, more freedom, more flexibility, I can help you create it. Welcome to Breaking Protocol, the show for women in healthcare who want more. Can I just keep it real with you? I have missed talking directly to you with all of the interviews I've been having, but I really like those too. So who knows? I might just do both. And also, I've been feeling kind of unmotivated lately. I know, shocker. It happens to everyone though. Yet the work continues to get done in my business. But how and why? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. As I work with clients in the Courage Circle, I'm realizing that many of us, including myself at times, believe that we have to feel excited and motivated and inspired to work on our business. It's just not true. And it's also not likely that you're always going to feel excited or motivated when it's time to write your newsletter or to record your podcast or even to coach your clients. And that doesn't make you a bad person or a bad coach. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means you're human. So how do you get yourself to take action when you have work to do, but you just aren't feeling it? The first thing I'd recommend is to remember your why. Why did you start this business in the first place? Was it to have more money, to pay off student loan debt without using your salary, to be able to work from anywhere? Maybe to not have to ask people for permission to use your PTO. Yes, I know that's a sore spot. Sometimes that's enough to get us back into action, right? But the thing that we don't realize is when we give ourselves permission to put off until tomorrow what we really should be doing today, we're robbing ourselves of the reward for getting the work done today. Imagine if I hadn't started being really serious about my business in 2018. Where would the TaVona of 2020 be when the pandemic hit and all the contractors and PRN were canceled? Think about that. Think about it for yourself. What are you robbing your future self of when you don't do your work? The second thing you can do is to remember your people and your mission. When I remember that this business is not just about me and what I want, it's about helping women in the cycle of burnout, boredom, and glass ceilings, I get energized. I feel energized. There are people out there suffering in their jobs, wanting to build a business, but they feel overwhelmed. When I think about that, I have to show up so that they can find me. What is your mission? If your people don't find you, what is their fate? And then finally, you can choose your feelings on purpose. If you remember the concept of the model where the circumstance might be your newsletter and you're thinking, I don't want to write that right now. Maybe you're feeling unmotivated. So you take a nap or you watch Netflix, scroll Facebook, or clean the house, which makes me giggle when I think about it because every time my clients are avoiding their business, they start cleaning the house. I have no idea why, but I get it. I get this overwhelming urge to wash the dishes before I start working. And why are there dishes first thing in the morning? That's another story. But anyways, it's kind of hard to do things when you feel unmotivated or afraid or defeated or insert whatever negative emotion. So we don't do the things that we know would move our business forward because we don't want to feel the negative emotion. It feels so much better to watch Netflix than to feel frustrated that the newsletter isn't coming together, for example. Right? It feels so much better to clean the house because we can see the immediate result than continuing to be active in the Facebook groups. I'm like you, I would love to feel positive emotion every time I did my work, but sometimes you just have to choose a more neutral emotion. There are plenty of times when we go to work when we don't feel like it, but we go anyway. Why is that? Maybe it's because we feel obligated, which might be driven by the thought, I have to pay my bills. Or maybe we feel committed because we said we'd be there and we keep our word. Neither of them feel as good as excited or motivated, but they still get us to take the desired action that will create our results. I asked the ladies in the Courage Circle what were some of the feelings that they could use other than excited or motivated that would move them into action. This is what they came up with. One was loyal, and maybe is loyal to the dream, to your clients, to your community. Another was courageous. Even if you aren't feeling excited because you're afraid, you can use courage to move into action. One was determined. And I use this one a lot. Maybe it's being determined to figure things out or to make things happen. Dedicated. Maybe you feel dedicated to your goal or to your future self and the life that you want to live. Or maybe it's inspired. What thoughts make you feel inspired? We think that either we have inspiration or we don't, but we can call on certain feelings when we need them. For example, imagine the cutest baby you ever saw. Take a second and think about it. How did you feel when you imagined seeing the baby? Where did that feeling come from? Literally from inside of you. There's no baby. Like you had thoughts that made you feel a certain way when you imagined the baby. We can generate feelings from our own thoughts, and we can do this on purpose. So I teach a concept to my clients called the belief list that I want to share with you. I think about this kind of like a running playlist. You know how you have your favorite songs to run to? Mine is hands down Bruno Mars' Runaway Baby. And even though it's your favorite song to run to, sometimes it just doesn't cut it. Sometimes it still feels like you're dragging your feet through the mud. So you have to change to another song on your playlist. The belief list is the same way. Sometimes you'll have a thought that you use that makes